Khabib! I'm calling you out! I want a rematch!
This time, we're joined by a special guest, Bear Brownie, an MMA fighter. Today we're talking about his only MMA loss, the one against Khabib Nurmagomedov.
And his grand finale will be attempting the impossible, ranking the top 10 MMA heavyweight fighters of all time.
Welcome, Brownie. Finally! The moment we've all been waiting far too long for is finally here.
I appreciate the invitation, Joe. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's February. Thanks for waking up from your winter nap and joining us, Brownie. Truly a heroic effort. Winter hibernation is seriously a brilliant idea.
Every morning, when I wake up and see the gray sky and fog, I immediately want to dive back into bed for another 2 months.
That fog looks like we're bathing in milk. I can barely tolerate bathing in water, and being submerged in milky fog is almost unbearable.
Yeah, staying awake in winter is absolutely ridiculous. Who in their right mind would willingly get out of bed in this freezing, gray, miserable weather? What am I supposed to do in the winter? Go to a pub? Take a bear lady to the cinema? Or fly to the tropics? Do you know how much that costs?
Yeah, I know exactly how much that costs. It's super expensive. Every year, my wife Gloria won't stop bugging me because she wants to go hunting on a safari in Kenya. Or she wants to take a luxury vacation in the Amazon rainforest in South America. Prices for trips like these have become absolutely insane nowadays.
Yeah, Joe, I agree. Everything's insanely overpriced these days.
Anyway, let's get back on topic and focus on what really matters right now. You're known as an MMA fighter who has only suffered one loss in your career against Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Unfortunately, yes, I'm mostly known for that single loss against Khabib. Nobody ever talks about my victories. That one defeat is always the headline. Have you seen my fight against Leonardo DiCaprio? Honestly, he deserved an Oscar for how much he flinched and ran from my punches.
Yeah, I saw it. You absolutely destroyed him. By the end of the fight, he was proud just to be alive. And let's be real, that Oscar, not deserved. They should have given it to him years earlier, when he played the thief, or for Titanic.
I know you remember every second of your fight against Khabib, and that you've seen it countless times.
But we're going to show the footage of the fight that defined your MMA career.
Let's watch it.
What exactly happened there? How did you end up losing that fight?
I respect the judge's decision, but I truly believe I won that fight. Just once I don't knock out my opponent, and the judges immediately declare him the winner. The judges never liked me because of my wrestling style. To make things worse, the fight was arranged at the last minute. They informed me right before it happened. I barely knew what was happening. They basically just rolled me into the cage.
I've noticed that in the video, you look a lot smaller than you do now. Why is that?
His team from Dagestan demanded we fight in the lightweight division. I had issues cutting weight, so that's why I look so small in this footage.
And I was forced to cut weight under extreme conditions. Joe, cutting that weight completely exhausted me.
I've never dealt with that before. Not once. However, I didn't come here to make excuses. I want another opportunity to prove myself. All I want is a rematch.
Yes, I agree with you. You deserve a rematch. Could you share your thoughts on the rule requiring fighters to cut weight before a match?
Joe, this is the biggest scam in combat sports. What kind of nonsense is this? Who came up with these rules? It's easy. Step on the scale before the fight and boom, problem gone. What's the purpose of this? You want to be bigger than your opponent? Be a man and fight in your own weight class. You're a lightweight champ, but every bouncer in the nightclub could wipe the floor with you?
Yeah, I agree with you. Humans are so clever that they constantly come up with some stupid rules.
And after inventing stupid rules, they become geniuses at dodging the very rules they proudly created. That stupid rule is basically like a gazelle deciding to challenge a lion to a fight.
But first, she insisting that the lion must lose 300 pounds.
No one knows what a gazelle is anyway. This is America. Picture this, Joe. I show up in March straight out of hibernation and then I cut weight on top of that. At half strength, I'd still wipe out the whole lightweight division. Now picture me in the fall. No compromises. Full camp, full weight, fully prepared. Who's going to stop me? Who?
All right, Brownie, let's get back to the only loss in your career. Are you demanding a rematch exclusively against Khabib, or would you be willing to face another opponent?
Joe, I'm willing to fight anyone, anywhere. However, I won't agree to fight against Hezbollah. But what I want is rematch with Khabib. That's my only loss, and I want revenge.
Yeah, I get you. Is there a message you want to send directly to Khabib?
Khabib! I'm calling you out! I want a rematch!
I really hope Khabib says yes. This fight would be legendary.
But Khabib is retired. He said he won't step back into the ring. What if he refuses fight?
If he's retired and won't fight, fine. Let him send one of his boys to face me. Fine. If Khabib won't fight, he can send Islam Makhachev instead.
That would also be a very interesting fight. Imagine the pay-per-view numbers. It would be a spectacle.
Do you have anything to say to Khabib if he actually agrees and sends Islam Makhachev to fight you?
Khabib, I'm gonna smash your little boy.
Brownie? Wow. Things are getting really serious here.
Let's just hope Khabib's team doesn't disappear into the Dagestan mountains to avoid the fight.
Khabib can bathe in cold rivers as much as he wants. Those things don't impress me. I'm the only real challenge, so don't avoid me, Khabib.
Anyway, Brownie, let's move on to today's second topic, making a list of the top 10 heavyweight MMA fighters in history.
Fader definitely belongs on this list. There's no debate about that. The Last Emperor. I have nothing else to say.
Stipe Miocic too, and there's no discussion needed. He's such a gentleman.
How underrated has he been throughout his entire career?
What I really admire about him is that he's a true star, yet he stayed humble.
He worked as a firefighter throughout his entire MMA career. Amazing guy.
And he's never done any trash talking. He truly deserves respect.
Next on the list would definitely be Cain Velasquez. Prime Cain was incredible, a real cardio machine.
I find his story very sad, especially the part about the prison sentence.
Yeah, Prime Cain, his battles with Junior. Man, that was unbelievable.
Junior Dos Santos vs. Cain trilogy was better than Lord of the Rings and the Matrix trilogy combined.
Yeah, Junior is on that list for sure. Francis Ngannou has to be on there too. That raw power, man. One punch and fights are over. It's insane. Ngannou's punch power is like being hit by a Ford Escort at full speed.
Do you think that's enough to knock a full-grown male gorilla unconscious? How many people do you think it would take to beat a gorilla with just bare hands?
How many fighters from this list are needed to defeat an adult male gorilla?
I don't know, but picture this. Francis detonates a right cross into Gorilla Head, and at the exact same moment, Crocop's left high kick comes crashing Gorilla's head from the other side. Now imagine it all happening at once. Verdum tightening the choke, Minotauro cranking an armbar on the right arm, and John Jones committing an eye poke.
I think that's probably enough. Honestly, the gorilla has no chance, especially after John Jones and his famous eye pokes.
John Jones, yeah, he's on that list too, even though he's more of a light heavyweight. Put aside the failed drug test and the years spent avoiding Francis, USADA, and Aspinall. But once the cage door shuts, he becomes a technical genius with an insane fight IQ.
You mentioned the legendary Crocop earlier. He was incredible in his prime in Pride Japan. The Crocop versus Fedor fight is arguably the greatest match of all time. Two of the era's best fighters at the height of their powers.
Oh yeah, Mirko Crocop Filipovich, right leg hospital, left leg cemetery. He was a legendary fighter, known not only for his skills, but also for his sense of humor and talent for pranks. Do you remember his legendary stare down against Wanderlei Silva? That look alone could have ended the fight.
Did you know that early of his career, Werdum lived with Crocop in Croatia for 2 years?
He acted as his sparring partner and taught him the art of ground fighting. That's where champions are made.
Yeah, Werdum, submission machine, Brazilian jiu-jitsu legend. He submitted Fedor and Kane, something no one else has done. And yeah, put Minotauro Nogueira on the list. He's a legend, one of the most respected heavyweights ever.
So let's recap. Fedor, Stipe, Kane, Junior, Crocop, Francis Ngannou,
John Jones, Werdum, Minotauro, and who's the final spot? I'm really curious.
Maybe someone like Brock Lesnar, Alistair Overeem, Randy Couture, or DC. I'll go with Alistair, although I wouldn't be wrong if I choose any of the three previously mentioned.
I think the list is perfect. Well done, Browning. Thank you so much for creating this list, and thank you for being our guest.
Do you have any final words before we wrap up the show?
Khabib, send me location. Whatever you want, it doesn't matter. Dagestan, New York, Brooklyn, or Moscow. Tell me where. And yeah, I have a message for everyone watching this podcast. Share this video and make sure Khabib gets my messages.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've just witnessed the one and only Bear Brownie.
And you, dear viewer, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and support us on Patreon.
In the upcoming episode,
I will build Great Dam all across our southern border. Very inexpensive.
Art is the moment when chaos finds purpose and beauty finds truth.
We are close to developing the ability for direct communication with humans.
Don't ask what Siberia can do for you, but what you can do for Siberia.
Joe, billions and billions and billions and billions of eggs are stolen every day.
Behind every powerful lion stands a fearless lioness. That's the one and only truth.
I did not have any sexual relations with that woman.
Humans are often superstitious about us, and they are right.
Remember me? I have answers to everything. Barefoot Mysterium Podcast is launching soon.